Greetings, YouTube. The doctor is in. Dr. Urias Papers here, coming at you with another commentary on Marvel Contest of Champions. And today we are going to talk about sentiment surrounding the Banquet event, 2024 Banquet event, Kabam's response, because they did put a response out yesterday to some people's complaints. We're going to look at some of the forum posts, general sentiment, I'm going to give my opinion about what I think. And their opinion as well. You know, what are my thoughts about what people are seeing, what they're getting, who this was actually for, who this was not for, things like that. So let's take a look at this post that Kabam put out. It's in general discussions, but when we go to the category, it is in the latest administrative, I can't really read that, administrative posts. And this is normally the most important stuff that is in the game happening right now. So let's click on this. They don't put things up here unless it's super important. And so Kabam felt it was important enough, and I don't speak for Kabam, obviously. I have no love for the company other than the game that they put out, which we have gotten some things in the past. A lot of it was surrounded by Kabam Mike, which doesn't work for the company anymore, and we all know I had no love for that individual. But so far, I think communications have been okay with the community, and people have kind of confused or misconstrued some of the things they said. So let's go through this. So it says, "Hey, Summoners, we just wanted to take a moment and address some concerns around our banquet event this year. And we see some of you are disappointed with the Superior Banquet crystals in particular. We wanted to move more of the rewards to the milestones while keeping 7-star relevant rewards in crystals as you built up your tracks in various milestones between solo and alliance-based events." So some of the biggest complaints that I see in here are, one, that there weren't enough 6 and 7-star shards and Titan shards that were given out. That people open, 50, 60 crystals, and they only got 1,000 7-star shards and maybe, 1,000 Titan shards. But they got a whole bunch of ISO and a whole bunch of gold and a whole bunch of Tier 6 class catalyst fragments, which seems a lot. That I did get a lot of those. I opened up 84 of those crystals. I will be honest. I needed that stuff. I'm been able to rank 2 more 7-star champions. I've got 30 rank 3 7-star champions right now. So I was okay with it. I was pretty happy. I got the chase. I got 3,000 of the chase event shards, which were for the tier 7 basics. So I was happy with the crystals. I've never been super impressed with the banquet event. I'm a pay-to-pay player. I do spend money on this game, and my objective for this was to get those tier 7, some of them, at least some of them. I didn't get any of the keys for the glorious box, but that the champions in there are kind of meh, so who cares? So I think this there's Valiant players that are complaining about the rewards in the Superior Banquet crystals being for Throne Breakers. Throne Breakers are complaining that they're not getting enough 6-star shards. And so it's, not enough shards, too much ISO, too much gold, things like that. So let's take a look. This started yesterday, and it now has 14 pages of responses. Essentially, and I just looked at this like 5 minutes ago, and it was 13 pages of responses. So there's responses being dropped on this in real time, every few minutes. So this player, Edison Law, was the first person to respond. One word: disappointing. Better drop rates on tier 6 class catalysts being full ones. So a lot of people didn't like the fact that they got tier 6 class catalyst fragments and not full tier 6 class catalyst, because it sounds like a lot of people need those. I'm more disappointed to see why we only get an accolade calendar. This is the only person that really put that up, so I'm not going to worry about that. Long post here from Fury Moosin. You overloaded crystals with items that Valiants have been stockpiling for months, and much of it is going to go into overflow. So a lot of Valiant players, I had a lot of stuff that went into overflow as well, a lot, but I went through it very quickly. But that's a complaint too. Better drop rates is basically the answer. I opened 65 crystals and didn't get enough shards for a full 7-star. This was one of the main complaints in this out of all the people that put complaints in here was I didn't get enough hero crystal shards that were 7 stars, 6 stars, and Titans. Totally agree verbatim with what was said in the stream. However, if you prorate the milestone rewards, excluding the realm events, they are frankly terrible. 1 rank 3, 3 rank 2s, 5th awakening gem. I mean, that guy did. That's pretty good. That's not bad. But over and over and over again, we got complaints about not getting enough shards, hero crystal shards, for this. So with one word, disrespectful. With monthly calendar and daily super events, we get more 7-star shards than with the 15,000 units for banquet crystals. With mine, 50 crystals, I saw fragments. Then again, fragments, and in the end, fragments again. A lot of people got fragments. They didn't get, full crystals. A lot of people were expecting, like, there's a 7-star Nexus crystal in there, which has an abysmal drop rate, but people were expecting to get that if they opened 60, 50 crystals. You really have to open like 100 of those, and the only way to do that is to spend a ton of units. Remember, it's 3,000 units to open 10 crystals, or 300 units apiece. So, let's go to the last page of comments here. So these comments it is 12:18, and the last comment got put in at 12:13. People are laser focused on the banquet crystals. They aren't the whole event. While I think they can be improved, people need to understand they are pieces of the whole puzzle. Think of it that way. Banquet crystals are equivalent to path rewards and requests. Alliance Solo and Realm are equivalent to chapter rewards. Banquet crystals weren't meant to be the only source of everything earned in the event, but that's all anyone can talk about. Again, yes, there could be improvements, but we can't just focus on them like they are and I agree with this guy. I completely agree with this guy. I do think there's a lot of crying because people saved up a lot of units to buy the crystals expecting miracles, and they didn't get miracles. But there were, I think, more of the rewards got shifted over to the milestone events. So we have a realm event, which isn't over yet. We've got a solo event, and we've got an alliance event. And a lot of those rewards got shifted over there. And if you're not buying and opening a bunch of crystals, then you're not getting as many points. Now, you get more points for buying crystals than you do for opening crystals, and I think that is where a lot of people were upset because they bought a bunch of tickets. They spent those tickets to get superior banquet crystals, and you didn't really get points for the tickets. You got points when you open the crystals, and so I think people are a little upset about that. But I agree with this guy. I was very happy with the milestone events. Not necessarily the banquet events. I mean, I'm on target to get the Isophene, which is going to dupe my Isophene, and I'm going to rank 3 her, and it's fine. I'm happy with that. I met my goals. My goal was to maintain my rating in the game, which is now within the top 2,900 again. It's almost in the top 2,800 out of what? I don't know, 6 to 8 million players. And my goal was to get the Isophene event. I don't care about the lockbox champions or any of that. I think that was a scam, to be honest. I was pretty disappointed in Kabam with that. But I'm not the crying Obama, but I'm not the Uncle Billy, Baby Billy, that's got his hands up in the air. I'm kind of down the middle on this. So Let's see. For me, the problem with the Trophy Champions, I've been playing since nearly the beginning, and I only just finished collecting all the 5-star Trophy Champs. So this guy doesn't like the Trophy Champs. Old timers remember previous banquets. You get to keep on grinding arenas while the event was running just to top off that magic 300. I mean, a lot of people didn't like what was said during the live stream. I want a return and get something else crystal in January. Constructive message. Correct rewards in function of unit spending, per example, for Valiant players. Add more in milestones. So this guy's making suggestions. So after people want to spend more and it's the 10th big anniversary of the game, you should do better. So this was his suggestion. I did add something in here, and it was all the way down here somewhere. Here it was. Nope. Yep, right here. So this guy, Luigi Hulk Smasher, said I think he said at 59 minutes mark of the live stream, Kabam Crash said buying from the Play Store would give us direct bonus points into the banquet event, and that was nowhere near. But that's not true. So, if you bought in the Play Store, which is the web store, you got extra tickets. And so if you bought the 10, you got 20 tickets. You got 2 tickets for every Superior Banquet Crystal that you bought. So you got, for every 10 Superior Banquet Crystals you bought in the web store, you got 20 tickets, which is 2 more Superior Banquet Crystals. So if you bought all 4 of those, you got 8 more Superior Banquet Crystals. That was the bonus. Pay attention. I bought all 4. I bought all of my offers from the web store, not from the game store, not the in-game store, but from the web store. And I got, instead of getting 40 Superior Banquet Crystals, I got 48, because I got the 40 that I bought, and then I got enough tickets to buy 8 more. So I got a bonus of 8 more. So I got some extra gold and extra ISO, and probably a bunch more of the Tier 6 class catalyst. You can see that in my video that I put out. But, all in all, I'm kind of down the middle. Last year was kind of in the middle as well. This year's the middle. I do like all of the milestone rewards that we're getting. And I met my goals, and so I would say that I'm not going to be overjoyed about it, but I'm not crying about it. I'm just successful. All right, I hope everybody enjoyed this video, and I will catch everybody later.